saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Nice. Okay. Well, welcome aboard, dude. Ashen Stallion. Spying Mastiff.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Uh-oh. Something is happening. It's pretty messed up.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Motherbase. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in an oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House?
Yes.
This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties.
Yes.
But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna go well.
Solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid.
Ugh.
I'll explain
Got it.
about quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Motherbase menu and select Staff Management.
Got it. Go to
Take a look at the quarantine facility we've set.
quarantine facility. Okay.
We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart.
Okay.
There has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce
Hey, Andy.
the number of new infections.
You watching me?
You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast.
Okay. So. So what do we have to do? We have to find out who is infected. And then quarantine them. Hmm. Ah, there's my Twitch. Okay. Hmm. What we gotta do? Hmm.
Boss, a new job's come in.
Okay.
It's a hit.
Maybe we don't have to do that.
Human trafficker who sent Shivani and the others to...
Let's assume we don't have to do it.
Where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Motherbase. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Okay. We get messages coming in. Hmm.
Please select a mission.
Try some side ops. Let's do this side op.
Select a landing zone.
And let's do it with... Let's do it with quiet this time. I don't want to do it! Fuck off, quiet. We're doing it, and that's all that matters.
Deploying.
Look at my top, it's blending into the sofa. I'm like Solid Snake. I'm so sneaky, you can't see me. Let's get this prisoner. I know this fucking base though is gonna suck.
Be careful down there, boss.
Such a pain in the ass. It is cool. How do I sound, Andy? This isn't gonna be so bad.
Analysis. Enemy presence detected. The marker placed. Analysis complete.
I want that guy.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Fire!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your
Boss, get
destination.
down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Outpost captured.
Got him. It's really no problem at all. And that guy's dead. I think I killed him.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Get that blueprint!
He's coming too. Roger that. That's the target.
Got him!
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction analysis complete.
Yeah, you're not really worth it, but I'll get you anyway. Okay, A. A's are fucking scrubs. You don't need A's.
Boss, someone else has turned symptomatic. The staff member's been moved to quarantine, but at this rate we're going to lose everybody. Find out what's causing this and quarantine the infected.
Ah, fuck me. Let's Google this, because I don't know where to start.
Leave the rest to us.
Okay. MGS5 quarantine staff. Okay. Okay. Staff management. Quarantine. Okay, I'll speak a lot of languages. Kingo. Okay. Then we know who to do it. Okay.
Select unit.
Select. 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 Oh no, already that. Select. 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 So we've got to get rid of Kikongo. That's what we've got to get rid of. A lot of them speak Kikongo. Who knew? Congo. 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 That guy. That guy. That guy. Oh, it's like most of my people. What the fuck is up? That guy. That guy. So really, everyone? I've got to send everyone to the fucking thing. Okay. Congo. Definitely all Congo, right? So, how about Russian? Russian. 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 See, not all of them have that. Okay.
Clouds approaching.
Man, it's gonna take a while. Congo. 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 Congo.
Cautious.
Congo.
Rain
Congo.
approaching.
Hmm. Congo, Congo. Yep, that guy, 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 that guy. That guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Man, this is fucking taking forever. That guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Hmm. Get all the people that see Kikon. Let's beat Kikongo and it'll be good. This guy's still have it. This guy's already not available to be transferred. Almost there. Man, this is grueling, grueling thing that I have to do, but it's almost there. Almost done. Go through each one and make sure. Nope, you speak Congo. You're not available to be transferred though. Blaming Balisk. You speak Congo for some strange reason. You guys all speak pretty good languages now. What's up with that?
Select unit.
Quarantine facility.
Staff
Yeah.
has been quarantined.
Alright. Quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Yes.
Incredible, boss. Thanks to you, the number of new victims has plummeted. And the common point between the infected. Is it really possible for a disease to spread because of that?
Very likely. Very likely. Obviously.
Marker placed. Marker removed. Marker placed.
Let's go over there. Get some blueprints.
Clouds upon extraction arrived at Motherbase.
I had to submit 125 people. Do better than not doing that. Hey, train stopped. It looks like my internet's back on. Like it's not pausing anymore. That's cool. I wonder how Twitch will deal with that. I wonder if it was recording all that data. I don't really have enough disk space to be recording all this in 720p. That was a bad thing that I did there.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
That was a bad thing I did. Sorry. Should have been paying attention.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Okay, got him.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Yes.
You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
African peach. Do that.
You gotta extract him.
Get these two guys.
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Let's get the thing. We have to get the blueprints to complete this mission. Here they are.
Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Motherbase. Support helicopter.
Let's get helicopter. Really does beg the question. I quite can't speak. Like, if she doesn't want to speak, can she not write it down on a piece of paper?
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Thanks, Quiet, for the poop shot. Very kind of you.
Side ops list updated.
Staff management. Okay.
Select unit.
See, now this is a problem. Now we've got all these guys, and yeah. I bet everyone I just got speaks Kikongo, right? Probably a thing. I did just say not to pick up anyone with Kikongo, didn't I? Actually, now I think about it. Do this again. Shouldn't be that many. Oh, they're all in the quarantine facility. Hmm. Guess I'll just go through here then. Good thing I didn't do all of that then. Okay, whatever. Hopefully it won't give me anyone with cooking go, I guess. I don't know.
Please select a
It's
mission.
annoying.
Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Motherbase, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility, those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand.
Great Miller, you're a dick.
But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Motherbase. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility? The bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention.
Select a
But
mission.
it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
It may be. But if it is, how do the Yellow Cake and Walker gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection.
Like that one. Oh yeah. I like blue. Keep it dark. Oh, this all white dog looks pretty cool. Yeah, eye patch is best. I'll go with the white dog for a bit. Why not? Okay. I think that's good for today. I'll be back in a little bit with some Fallout, I think. See you in a bit.